Hey, it is your trusted Dungeon Master, Brian. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast.
Hey, but you said that I could introduce this episode.
Valent, you're not even part of this campaign. You're not even in this world.
But you said that I could.
Look, I'll tell you what. If you want to do it this one time, fine. But keep it short and keep it simple.
All right, well, welcome to Carrion Crown, episode 4. Everyone wants to be a Pawn Star.
And don't forget it.
Oh, don't forget to follow us on iTunes and Spotify. We're on Google Play and
Stitcher, old man.
Stitcher.
Enjoy. Dude, give me the test.
It is hot.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's fucking hot.
It is really hot.
All right, guys. Ready to roll?
Yeah, man.
Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast, episode 4 of our Carrion Crown run-through. And with me are the Hard Slingers.
Woo!
Yeah.
Run through is a weird way to describe it.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Speed run.
By the way, if you haven't checked it out, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast. Hell.
We're practically giving that shit away. Please subscribe.
So, when we
So
last...
coordinated.
Yeah.
All right. That was on the fly, too. I was trying to take a drink of my beer.
So, Koosh, why don't you get us up to speed where we were at last time?
Last time we finished killing some zombies early on. Oust almost died again.
Again.
And we had a night's rest, and then we went out and we started doing research. Ermin and Talos went to the Unfurling Scroll, where they met the sort of, I guess, headmaster of like a children's magic school, and they are now charged with finding a gemstone, I think a quartz. Oust is on his date with Kendra,
We're on
and
stroll.
the doc went to sort of an apothecary, an alchemist kind of person, and he's now on his way to the city council or one of the people looking to become a head member of the city council, something like that.
Martha?
Yeah, Martha. What?
That's right.
Are we in the
Well,
Superman
actually,
movie?
if Jominda had mentioned that if you wanted to open up a some kind of an establishment here,
If I wanted a permit to practice.
yeah, that you'd want to speak to one of the counselors, and the one that she recommended was Myrta Straylock. She appeared to be more youthful than the rest, definitely more outgoing. So, Doctor, while you were on your way to the town hall, you did wind up in Jominda's apothecary. That's where she mentioned all this stuff as far as like going to see the councilwoman if you need to talk. She says her goodbyes, and as you walk outside of her store, you notice 3 men walk towards the edge of the porch where Sheriff Kaler still remains. Almost immediately, they begin to engage in some kind of a heated, hushed whisper, one of those... And you hear this, another bloody symbol has appeared at the base of the statue, Sheriff. We left Rodish behind to investigate, but... And then they kind of look, the sheriff holds up his hand and like motions for them to hold it down a little, and he kind of looks around, looking up the street, down the street, but he doesn't notice anybody else looking. He's like, "You must hold it down, boys. The town's already riled up with everything that's been going on."
Okay, so I'm going to stuff that information down low and pretend I didn't hear it and make my way over to the town hall.
Okay, go and make a perception check.
I didn't test my dice. No, that's good. 23.
23. As you walk away, you hear one of the men say, It looks like the letter E, Sheriff." Oust. Kendra informed you that she needs to go into town to pick up some supplies because now she has unexpected guests living in her house. It's totally her house. She hasn't even let the ink dry on the transfer paperwork.
Dude, she probably lobbied the city council to, to rush that shit.
Yeah, if anything, she probably hit up Mitra.
Kendra, suspect number 1.
How much can you lift? Can you drop a rock?
Kendra did have the most to gain from this death.
She did.
Oh, cool.
And she already had plans.
If you're
to,
right,
get
you're going to
everything
get a gold doubloon for that. So what is your underlying motive behind joining her going into town?
Join her to actually stretch my legs and meet up with the rest of my party. But actually, Kendra, there's a lot of talk about Gibbs. A lot of people are saying that ever since the beginning of these letters that have been showing up, he's been acting very oddly.
Yes, it's strange. For the past couple of nights, he's just been going crazy, ranting in the streets, talking about people that he hears and saying that the town is in danger and that we're not listening to him. I don't understand why he turned that way. He used to be a veteran in the army years ago, and perhaps it's some kind of a disorder from all the battles he's seen, but I don't understand why suddenly he's like that. He's never been aggressive or put off towards my father, and then to find him not wanting to bury my father in the Westlands, I just don't understand, Oust.
When did this behavior start? Was this shortly after the professor's death?
Yes. I would almost say it was probably about 5 nights ago. 5 days ago or so, Oust. It was after my father had died. Because my father died 17 days ago, according to the adventure path.
Against
Actually,
Stuart Lodge.
It's the 18 days ago. This is day number 2.
Ooh.
Forgot to mention that.
18 days ago.
So is it 6 nights since Gibbs went nuts?
I don't know who said that, but that's true. Somebody out there in the ether.
A lot of the town folks are talking about him. And where would I find him if I needed to seek him out? Sorry.
His house.
Let me just
His house?
Let me just
Have we been to his house?
No.
Refer on your map on.
Let me just confer with the Ravengrow town guide here. He lives.
Is there,
The Raven Grow white pages, man.
Yes.
that's right.
The
The white
he has a
scrolls.
small
white-
little shack just to the south of town on letter Q of your local directory.
Dude, he lives really far away.
Yeah.
He has, at one point, he was closer to town, but
And that's our mark.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for all for joining us tonight. That's his cue having to leave early.
at one point he did live closer to town, but as he grew on in his years, from my understanding, he decided to move a little further south to be more alone.
I could understand. Sometimes being away from people is best.
As you continue moving north towards town, you start seeing the businesses are open and everything. And she motions towards one of the general stores off to the side. Talos and Ermin, you guys had just finished dealing with Alendru Groven at the Unfurling Scroll.
This is the name I forgot to write.
And he had asked you to go to the Silk Purse to try to procure a particular stone from the 2 money lenders. And it was described as a smoky quartz. And as he shows you the door, and he says, "Now don't forget, I upheld my end of the deal. I expect you to hold your end of the deal as well."
That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, we'll do.
And just remember, if you need any other further assistance, you ever feel the need to use my library, it's always open to you too. For 10 gold pieces. And he closes the door right on you at that point.
Oof, that's cold.
10 gold pieces. We have to find him an item. Irma, can you believe this guy?
No.
We have to find him an item that he plans to scam these lenders out of, and then he wants to charge us 10 gold pieces afterwards.
Yeah, this guy's ridiculous.
This guy is an entrepreneur.
You see a little eye slit open up in the door, And these two eyes start darting around. They look at each of you. And it slowly closes again. Most likely just checking to see if you are still there.
This guy should run for city council, man.
Yeah, man, capitalism.
Definitely trying to monopolize stuff here.
Right. Well, do you want to go check out the silk purse?
Yeah, Herman, I think that's a great idea. I know I haven't known you for very long, but could I ask you for a favor?
Sure.
Where are you going with this, Talos?
How big of a
No.
favor?
That's an oust thing. You've probably seen with my conflict with Gibbs earlier, and a little bit earlier with our entrepreneurial friend here. I get a little bit hot-headed. I don't think I'm the right person to talk to these lenders. If we get into conflict with just the two of us, I'm not sure we'll survive. I assume they have some sort of muscle. So if you could, do the talking for me, that'd be great. Hopefully you can distract them, and I'll be using the time to case their establishment in case we need to return later to procure the gem.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think we make our way to the silk purse.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good to me.
Being to the northern portion of town, like closer to the Restlands than the rest of the town, you know that you've got to make your way back into town central to get to the silk purse. So you've probably got about a 10, 15-minute walk to get down in there
Okay.
at this point.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that we want to do at the moment, so I think we're just going to take the walk. And
Yeah.
yeah.
The doctor. You're on your way towards where?
Making my way over toward Town Hall.
Town Hall. Very good.
Yes.
Okay, as you approach Town Hall, which is at D, which is at the southeastern portion of town, you see that the doors are open. You see that there are several people sweeping inside. Nobody's really seated in the pews. I'm kind of going to throw a map out here what town hall looks like. You see these double doors grant full access, windows on either side. The room's probably about 80 by 80 square. There's a large stage towards the back with a pulpit, and you see two people talking at the very back as you approach the building.
Okay, I'm going to approach the two people. I see there's no one else, just those two.
No, there's somebody sweeping the floor. There's other clerks that are milling about the pews that are there. On the stage, you see that the two people are a man and a woman. As you enter the double doors, one of the clerks walks up to you and he says, "Where do you think you're going, young man?" "Woman, what's going on with this mask you have here?"
It does not matter to you. I'm here to see Myrta.
"Myrta. Do you have an appointment with Myrta?"
No, I was just referred here from Jaminda's shop. I'm a doctor in town and looking to see if the city needs my services.
Jominda, the local drug peddler of this establishment, eh?
Some say drugs, some say prescriptions.
Well,
They all make you feel good, don't they?
Well, even Sheriff Keller seems to think that she's pandering drugs out of her establishment.
Well, I haven't done
Supposedly.
I haven't done any business with her yet. I'm just a simple doctor here to administer healingness to the population.
Make a perception check.
23.
23. You notice along the backside of the stage that there are several bookshelves, and you're suddenly reminded that this is one of the establishments that was hinted at where you might be able to make a research into what might be going on in Ravengrow as well.
So as I trip over my own tongue on that last sentence, I just try and walk past the clerk toward the people on the stage.
He moves himself, not aggressively, but does kind of block your path slightly, and he kind of looks at you, and he's not really looking back towards the stage, but he says, "I'm afraid you're going to have to take some kind of an appointment, doctor. I can tell by your mask that you must be some kind of a doctor, of course.
Yes.
But, of course, you're going to need to leave your name where we can get a hold of you, and we'll pencil you in for one of the counselors.
Yeah,
I'm sure Vashi and Hearthmount might be available at some later date.
Well, I mean, does one of those two up there happen to be a council member? This won't take long. I can at least give them my info myself.
I'm sure they would love to hear from you if there weren't already more impending decisions being made by the two counselors at this point. And you hear behind him one of the counselors scream out, "Damn it, we must get control of this. The statue's being desecrated upon." And you hear this softer voice, "Relax, Vashian. It'll get handled. I'm sure it'll just blow over soon."
Then I turn to Clark and I might know something about that. I saw the statue myself when it was marked.
You don't say.
Yes, and I talked to the sheriff about it as well, so might as well spread whatever knowledge I have to the council.
You spoke to the sheriff about this.
Yes.
Sheriff Kayla.
Yes.
He looks at one of his aides.
I know. I know what I had to go.
He motions towards him, and his assistant runs out the door and down the street. You just see it just take off, hauling
I think
ass.
I just unlocked something I'm not ready for. But anyway, is everything okay? Send errand boy on an errand, I guess?
Well, the errand boy would like to see how well you know Sheriff Kayla. That's all. We know Sheriff Kayla very well. In fact, he has been elected to his position of this town because of us. Because of our great councilman, Vashian Hearthmount. Were it not for him, this town would probably be gone long ago. At that point, the whole room kind of grows silent. Even the sweeper stops pushing his broom. And you hear up on the stage, Aleph, let the man go. What does this young man need? You, step forward, please. We're in a heated discussion. Perhaps you can enlighten us as a unbiased participant to the town of Ravengrow.
So I willingly make my way up, walk up onto the stage.
No, I didn't say get up on the stage. Please, ruffian, get down.
Dance for us.
Ruffian?
Oh shit, he rolled a die.
Can I use... I can't do
Yes.
that.
What are you going to use? Diplomacy?
No. I was going to use medicine to bluff.
Medicine.
Do you have diplomacy?
No.
What do you have for
What is
diplomacy?
it, roofie? You're going to persuade him in a certain way?
No,
Here, drink
but-
this real quick.
But along the same thing, with an 18, as I approach the stage and I'm trying to climb, what is that blemish on your face?
This. I tried to get... You're talking to the woman, right?
Whoever called me a ruffian.
It was the woman.
Okay.
She looks down at you and she says, this... I don't know. It was some dark spot that appeared a couple of weeks ago. I've been going to Jominda for cream and whatnot, and it hasn't been getting any better. Don't change the subject, stranger. What do you have to say?
Well, I'm a doctor that was in town, and I happened to be at Jominda's shop, filling up my satchels and vials. Jominda told me to come here to talk to the council if I wanted to practice in the city and help people out. You know, that little black mark I could probably make go away right now.
Just set that shit up, aren't you? And how would you do that, young doctor?
I'd have to examine you first, but I'm assuming with the herbs and jellies I have here, I can make some kind of salve that will make it disappear overnight.
You hear the elder man next to her. Snake oil, indeed. Yeah, Myrta, go ahead and put that shit on your face. I'll see you at the wrestlings next week as well. And he walks off the stage. And she just kind of looks at him with disdain. Yeah, you keep laughing, Vashian. Someday I'll have your position. Come to me, young doctor. Administer your potion.
Okay, so I walk up to the woman, and with a medicine check, with a 14, I determine it's just a minor skin inflammation. It's nothing serious. Let me mix a salve for you.
And how long will this take?
Give me 5 minutes.
You have your 5 minutes. Oust. Walking into town.
Walking to town, do I see any of my comrades?
You don't see anybody in town.
Let's go town.
Well, no. You don't see any of your comrades in town. You don't know where the doctor has disappeared to. You don't recall where Talos and Ermin had said they were going. But you do have information of your own that you had gleaned from your previous excursion into town as well.
Yes. First, since I'm in town, I would like to stop at the general store.
Okay. What's the name of this general store?
Raven Grove General.
Oh, actually, I
Quick and
just
stop.
CVS.
CVS.
Actually, it is Raven Grove General Store.
it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I'll give you a doubloon.
dude, he fucking wrote the adventure.
I did. I read ahead.
Sorry, I can't find any more of these fucking doubloons.
Fuck,
okay, I'll
yeah,
take
There
dude.
you go, doubloon.
Dude, this is a
Next time
fucking-
you die, you can use that.
I'm
That's
going to
a good
have
guess.
to.
That's a
I'm going
good
to take
guess.
one away from Koosh. I think he's reading the Adventure Path on his time off. So you go into the general store, and you see Kendra's in there. She's pulling a few
She's going to think I'm
supplies
following
off
her,
the
so-
shelves and whatnot, and you see this couple come up towards you, human, and they're elderly, and they look around. Let the young man do what he needs to do, please, Marta.
She's like, well, I don't know. I've never seen him before. How do we know he's not going to steal something?
And they're like a foot away from you. They have no self-awareness at this point. They're just
Humans.
talking.
So
Attack! Roll for initiative.
rude. But I bite my tongue and I seek the shock keep.
Okay.
I believe Professor had some supplies that he was expecting.
And who might you be?
I'm a...
Elfie?
No need for name calling.
Are you not an elf?
That I am.
Well, then
Thank you
don't
for your
get
observation.
so twatted up about it.
Listen, human. The
You gonna let
professor...
him talk to you that way?
Martha, you stay out of this.
Oh, my pride.
The professor seemed to order some supplies that weren't going to be in until a couple days ago. By any chance, did they come in?
Well, he did order some hardtack.
No, Marta. I'll be in charge of this. Well, he did order some hardtack. And he leans underneath the counter and he pulls out a sack that's got a label on it. And it has Petros Lormer on it. And he places it on top of the counter. He opens it up and there should be some supplies for adventuring as far as
Yes,
food
yes.
that'll keep and whatnot, in some kind of a journal he asked. He said he was getting close to the end of his own and he wanted another one. So
Perfect. Yes, he before his unfortunate demise, he sent me notice to come pick up these supplies.
you knew the professor, huh?
That I did. And so did that pterodactyl.
From the grave. Tell me a little bit about the professor.
Well,
He only
was-
came in here occasionally to buy stuff, and the past couple of weeks prior to his expiration date, he had a fervor about him, going on ranting about Harrowstone and the way and whatnot, and not a lot of people paid much attention to him.
That's how the professor normally liked it. He was a very ambitious man. And I think he was close to discovering something. Which means his death was very unforeseen, especially the way it happened. But
How did it happen?
from what I understand, a giant boulder fell on him.
Where, on his chest or whatnot?
I would assume it's a giant boulder and probably crushed him completely.
I guess there'll be no talking with the dead with the professor, eh?
I would assume not.
Very well, here's your... Oh, Kendra. Kendra, welcome. This young man here was just getting your father... I'm sorry for your loss, but he was getting your father's supplies. I was under the impression that possibly you had sent him.
Oh, Alice, that is so forward and kind of you. Thank you.
Oh, it's not a big thing. You know, just trying to help.
Ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing, Kendra.
Will you be so kind as to put this on my tab, Luthko?
Oh, yes, of course. As you walk outside of the general store, you notice there's a man running out of the doors of the town hall and heading south of town.
Do I recognize this man?
Go ahead and make a history check.
16 on the die. That will be 17.
17. You do not recognize this man at all. But he
In
does
an effort to catch up to the oddball that's running away, I would like to quickly follow behind with all my supplies from the general store.
Well, all right. Let's go ahead and make a dex check against each other. 19.
You beat me.
Okay. He outdistances you and continues moving south.
Damn it.
Talos and Ermin, you enter town from the north. Across the way, you see Oust walk out of the general store with Kendra and immediately take off going south through town at a breakneck speed, just running away.
By himself or
By
his
him? Nope, by himself.
Okay.
He goes about 30 feet and just starts petering out.
What? Oh my god.
What kind of
He's
stamina
out
do
of
you
shape.
have?
Is it? You lived in the woods.
That's what we got to do out there is just work out and run up hills.
These damn hard roads.
Yeah. These are not my favorite terrain.
That's right.
I'm gonna run towards Oust, I guess. If he's just booking it,
Yeah,
there's
I kinda
got to be a
wanna see why,
reason he's booking it. So I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Well, he stopped probably just about 30 yards outside of the hub of town on the dirt road. And that's where he stopped.
All right.
The other guy just kept on booking. Just
As soon as I catch up to Oust, I'll say, "Who are you running after?"
I'm not 100% sure, but I found it quite odd that someone just took off like they robbed something or there was a fire or an emergency.
Where was this? Where did this happen?
I was leaving the general store, and as soon as I walked out, I saw a man just sprint down towards the south, towards the bottom of the road over there, and I lost sight of him. He's quick.
Did you see where he went past that, or you couldn't see beyond just him going south?
It was a very dusty road. I lost sight of him. He just left me behind.
Steve,
the glare in my eyes was just too fucking bright.
Chariots of fire.
Yeah. It was a bitch. My allergies, you know.
I have a pollen allergy.
I pulled a groin muscle.
Do you see what building he came out of?
I didn't. I just saw him run across from the town circle down this road.
That is very odd.
I
Do we know
thought so
anyone that
myself.
lives in that direction?
Gibbs.
Gibbs lives
Gibbs,
in that
yes.
direction?
We met him at the funeral.
Did this man look elderly to you?
He didn't run elderly, I'll tell you that much.
All right. I think it's fair to say it's not
Judgment call.
Gibbs. Well, it has to defend his ego. It has to be. So
that's right. Slight scent of Bengay.
This menthol stench.
He's definitely putting on a lot of icy hot patches.
So as you guys are conversing with Oust, trying to figure out where this man came from, where he was heading towards, the doctor, you have mixed your balm.
Yes.
What are you going to do with it?
As I approach the councilwoman's face,
As I come towards her face,
Is this what bombs are?
I reiterate, I was at Jominda's shop. She said I had to speak with you if I wanted to do work in the city.
Jominda said that, huh?
I'm just trying to stay on the up and up.
Jominda and I go back quite a few years. I helped procure her loan for getting her apothecary. And in return, through ages past, she's always kept me a little loose with the ganj, if you know what I mean.
No judgment here. You know. Oh, fuck, what was I going to say? Hold on.
Prop 21.
No.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Legalize it.
Everything in moderation, as the doctor believes in.
Everything in moderation, of course, and I do in moderation. I'm not a partaker that often. But anyways, what can I do for you, stranger? Do you have a name I may identify you as besides scary as fuck mask man?
You can just call me the doctor. That's, I go town to town. That's normally how people know me. Especially villages like this where there's no one else to apply scientific healing to people.
Well, let me explain something to you about a town such as this. Nearly everybody here has been born and raised here generations. Nobody really drifts in and out. Occasionally we get a few people that do make their way to Ravengrow, but they really don't leave Ravengrow. They stay.
That's going to help out great with patient history.
Well, that is true. It should be no problem getting the formal records from the previous doctor, of course.
The previous doctor?
Oh, yes. He left town unexpectedly.
Oh, well, that's a terrible shame. But anyway, regarding whatever legal documents, I have my own, if you want to sign that. If the township has theirs, I need to fill out paperwork. Just before I apply this balm to you.
Well, if that is what you're holding over my head, I will be more than happy to go over these papers that you filled out and let us know where you'll be staying so I can give you an answer within a few weeks or so.
Well, if you want the balm now, you got to sign now. I can't afford to have, I can't afford to have any malpractice suit.
I understand, and therefore we could not afford to give you a business if you're concerned that your practice is so poor that you may have a malpractice suit.
It is not that. It's to protect myself.
But you're not concerned about protecting your patients.
I am
Doctor.
concerned about protecting my patients. I am concerned about the ambulance chasers, pill poppers, drug addicts. Oh, my back hurts, give me oxy kind of people.
What century is this?
Hey, they had opiates back then.
Yeah.
Make a diplomacy check.
11.
She takes the paperwork from you and she says, I will consider it. Thank you for your time. The doctor.
Oh my God.
You're French.
And as she takes that, since you didn't sign it and everything, and I prepared this balm for you, here's the invoice just for materials.
Thank you, Mom. I'm sure my clerk
Of 1 silver piece.
Just see the clerk on the way out. He should be back shortly with the sheriff.
Do they validate?
Oust. Oust, you're standing there with Talos and Ermin, and you are discussing how you came in second place in a 2-man race
To
to this one old...
I cramped up. It's pretty warm out here. I wasn't ready.
Did you just say he's old?
No, he's not old.
Oh, drop the,
Oh,
drop the hit now.
Gibbs.
Gibbs.
Right
It's
now.
got to be Gibbs.
You see the same man running back up the road towards you
Clothesline him.
with 2 men with him.
Oh, gotta go.
Oh, all of us clothesline. No.
As they get closer towards you, they start to slow down slightly because you're standing in the middle of the road, and you recognize that one of the men is... Did you meet Sheriff Keller? Who met Sheriff Keller? You did, and...
I'm the only one that did not meet him.
I don't think I'm...
Oh, no, you didn't meet him
I
either.
didn't meet him either
Yeah,
because I was
none of
out
us met him.
in the town.
You see...
I was the one that told him about my
the 2
services.
people that see the fucking sheriff are not standing in the middle
No,
of the road.
he's here.
He's
Irvin's
not in the
here.
road. Oh,
Irvin's here.
you are.
Erwin.
Yeah,
No, you got to speak the fuck up. I totally forget you're even part of this table. Okay, Ermin, as you see these 3 men run up the road, you notice that one of them is Sheriff Kaler in the company of the one that is all dusty and winded. Most likely, he's probably the one that Oust had been chasing down As they draw closer towards you, they slow down and actually come to a stop, and they look at the three of you, huffing and puffing, and where's your fourth friend, this doctor of yours?
You have need of a doctor? He's a bit preoccupied.
Apparently, the clerk of the town hall says he's being a little uncooperative with the council members.
Oh, we have nothing to do with him.
Yeah, I have no idea where he is.
What friend?
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
We had to build up to it.
Well, then clear the path as we move past you.
I moved to the side.
You see them once again take up the steam and start running towards town, and they run towards town hall.
Lead towards Talos. See, told you he's pretty quick.
Yeah.
You notice as he's running, he's got a limp. One leg.
Cast it, take
Yeah,
him.
I nod like I agree.
You see him huffing on an asthma inhaler.
I think I opened up my notebook, make a note about oust.
You see them head towards the town hall, and they go inside.
I believe our doc friend is stirring up quite some mischief.
Yeah, you can check up on him if you wish, but Ermin and I actually have business in the Silk Purse. We're on a mission to get some sort of gemstone.
Ah, is that down towards the south?
No,
Where's
it's just
Just
over
around the
here.
corner right
We
here.
just passed by. It should be near the town hall, actually.
I'll accompany you guys. But on the meantime, as we're walking over, Kendra and I earlier were speaking, and you remember Gibbs from Funeral, right? Yeah,
How could I forget?
Yeah.
Everyone seems to have these rumors or suspicions that he's been acting very odd, and it ended up happening around the time of a little before the professor's death. He certainly moved out of town and became more isolated. I was going to go speak with him next.
All right.
We just haven't had a moment to talk since our last zombie attack.
It hasn't been 28 days later, so what can I say?
That is a bit odd. I found it strange that he called the professor a necromancer and wanted to impede upon the funeral.
Well, a lot of the town folks aren't pleased with him, and that's what I'm gathering.
All right. It's certainly something to worth looking into if it only happened a matter of days ago.
So where are you guys going to go?
Still the Silk Purse.
Silk
Yeah,
Purse, yeah.
we're
Are you
walking
going
and
with
talking.
them?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
walking.
he's just informing us.
Doctor, as you deliver your invoice to the councilwoman,
I also ask, by any chance, can I peruse the library?
What need would you have with our records, young doctor?
I'm trying to set up shop here, so I would like to learn more about the area. See, if there's anything interesting here, any new medical techniques I can learn about. I mean, I am a member of the Apothecary / Doctors Guild, as I unsubtly flash my ring at her.
she looks down at your ring. She nods her head in acceptance. And she looks at you, and she's just about to answer when 3 men run into the town hall. One of them you recognize as the clerk, the other one as the sheriff, and you're unfamiliar with the third man, but he does wear a star on his chest as well. Well, if it isn't the doctor again, how come whenever there's a problem or another letter that appears on that fucking memorial, you're in the heart of something?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I told you what caused the last writing in loose terms.
Yes, a dead cat.
Yes, you're dead cat.
Oh, mittens.
Oh my. Well,
I'm a doctor. I deal in absolutes.
Well,
if it's the
now-
truth, it's the truth.
it would appear that there's a dead hog down there this time. And another symbol on the memorial, the letter E.
Venison.
That's
Can I
very
buy a
interesting.
vowel?
Yeah.
That's very interesting, Sheriff. Are you implying I should investigate it?
No, my implications mean that possibly you're the one that had put those letters there. A man of your skill, a ripper such as yourself, possibly interjecting yourself into the investigation. That is something that a serial killer might do.
Well,
I have Netflix. I know this stuff.
How to make a kill.
What was the subscription?
well, I
back then?
have a decent
silver.
alibi. I can tell you where I've been, who I've spoken to.
That dead corpse he was poking. That's his fucking alibi.
I was hanging out with the rest of my party. I went to the apothecary shop. I've been here with Myrta. And quite frankly, you can go ahead and check my bone saw. It's nice and oiled up with no blood on it.
Whenever this occurred, it was sometime in the middle of the night. Do you have a alibi for those wee hours of the morning?
I spent the night at Kendra's place. I never left from there.
And she would vouch for this, right?
Well, I would hope so at this point, depending on how gravelly your voice is.
Well, we'll have to check into that. He looks up from you towards the stage, and he just sees Myrta looking down, looking at the exchange between you and the sheriff.
That'll be all there, Sheriff. I think I'll handle it from here.
So, Doctor, what were you going to do? You going to make that diplomacy check?
Yes, I'm going to use a persuasion check to convince the sheriff that my words were true, but it probably doesn't work out.
His brow starts to furrow, and as he looks at you, you know, Doctor, I'm not 100% certain that you're exonerated from what's been going on in this town, and with the expiration of 2 animals, and you've been here for 2 days, you see where I'm going with this, right?
I mean, I can understand, but I'm just the doctor.
Of course. Well, the doctor, I'll be in touch. And he looks at you, and then he looks at the councilwoman. He tips his hat and motions for his deputy to walk out the door with him. The clerk remains behind, kind of like, what the fuck?
Well, timeout.
You're gonna
Team
rip that?
decision. Should I infect one of them to cure them in the future?
What does that even mean?
God.
Infect them to
Damn.
cure them in the future.
You know, this is going to be the blooper on the back end, right?
What does that even? I'm so confused as to what you mean by infected.
He's like laying seeds. So
Laying
like,
seeds? I'll throw some
that way it'd
leeches
be
on
like,
him?
Like that way he could actually be like,
I
hey,
can either
healed ya.
provide an infestation or inflict wounds on the guy.
But isn't that now?
I know. I'm just this is.
Oh, I see.
This is totally out of character.
I get it now. You're gonna like fuck him up now, so you can try and cure him later when he's
And
like,
yeah.
"Oh man, I'm inflicted by these wounds."
well, not when I inflict wounds. If I do inflict wounds, he's going to feel it now.
Well, he was probably gonna know.
But I wasn't going to do it on the sheriff. I was going to do it on the deputy.
Well, the thing is, I think that has like a verbal component. Like, I don't think you can do it like totally subtly where they have no idea you're
You could
casting.
sneeze.
Can I
and,
mumble it?
I mean, you have to.
I have
What
a
are
doctor's mask. My voice should be mumbled most of the time.
Yeah, but then they recognize your voice
Got
so
an
easily.
hourglass out.
What else does it have? Does it have just verbal? What does it have?
Semantics.
Uh,
Isn't
I don't know what it has, man. I don't know. I don't know any of the fucking spells. What is it? Is it inflict wounds? Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
I got heal wounds. That's verbal.
Never mind. Can't do it.
Oh no. Okay.
Touch.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's not.
Shake his hand.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You shake his hand?
No. So, because I'm on the stage, they're at the door. I will let them go.
Okay. They leave.
This time.
I pat him on the back.
We'll be in touch, Doctor. And he walks out the door.
It was a little bit friendly before, as I say that to Myrta.
Myrta looks at you and says, I admire a young man who stands his ground to Kayla. He can be a bit of a bully. He has a way of trying to dominate and get what he wants. I would think that Jominda would have noticed that. He has a certain admiration for her that borders on unholy.
Interesting. So, anyway, can I check out the bookshelf behind you?
Sure, if you can persuade me to do so.
Well, like I said, it's new in town. I'm trying to set up shop here, help you guys out any way I can. And with a 13, no, where's my persuasion? With a 12.
She looks at you and says, I'm sorry, Doctor, but that is for our council people only. Perhaps
It's a
in the
shame.
future, after I review your application for residency here, maybe we could reach a mutual agreement.
I agree to that, so there's nothing left for me here.
Murder, suicide. I gotta go. I can't do this.
I can't do this anymore.
Not that far along yet. So I'm just going to make my way, bid her adieu, make my way out of the town hall.
So, Oust, Talos, and Ermin, you guys are on your way towards the silk purse.
Mm-hmm.
You see it? I can't see it because I don't have my fucking glasses on.
They're right in fucking front of you.
Every damn time.
Letter J on the map.
Yep. The south part of the circle.
Yep. Nope.
No. There you go.
Jesus.
That looks like an I.
It does look like an I,
Yeah,
but
kinda.
you also pointed at D, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to start working my way around the town until somebody said that's the one. I said, this one, nope. That one, nope. There you go. Pin the tail on the J. So you guys make it to the southernmost building at the hub of town. There's a rickety sign above it says the Silk Purse.
What kind of store is this?
This is not a storehouse.
They're like a money lending.
They're a money lender.
service.
I'm inclined to believe they're loan sharks, just based on the signage here.
Traders Guild.
Oh.
As you enter this building, you notice that cases line the walls of this cluttered pawn shop. Old swords and tarnished sets of armor, along with jewelry consigned by those who might have had less than fortunate year or just poor luck at a game of chance. There's just shit everywhere.
Is it like behind a glass, or are they just laying around?
No, it's everywhere. It's like there's shelves, there's glass cases, there's suits of armor that are propped up with looks like shovels and hoes and shit. Check this out, yo.
It's like predated pawn shops.
Yeah, this is. I guess it's kind of like a pawn shop.
You hear some bickering in the background. Two people just going back and forth. No, we're gonna mark it up 30%, but we only took it in for 2 silver pieces. I want 30 gold pieces for this thing.
That's more than 30.
That's way more than
yeah.
These guys can't even fucking do math.
That's 30,000.
These guys can't do math at all. We're so fucked.
You hear this? Yeah, I just don't want them buying it back. I kind of like it. It looks good on the shelf. Whatever.
Horrible
Urban, do
salesman
your- Yeah.
tactics.
So looking, this is the shop before you. Think of that. Did you ever see the Outlaw Josie Wells? I know you probably have, right? Remember that first building that they go into and it's just dark as fuck in there? And he's like, I got me the Outlaw Josie Wells. Think of it like that kind of
That
darkness
works.
inside.
Or also, Zed's shop from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that works.
That
Yes.
too.
That works.
Yeah. Okay. Think of it like that.
Yeah.
Either way, if you're
They're
both technically
Wells.
kind of westerns. One's a spaghetti western.
I like spaghetti.
Yep.
Well, I'm Italian. There we go. We got it made.
Nice.
Okay.
Doo-doo.
So as you're moving through this place, everybody make a perception check. Armin,
I got a 6.
tell us.
15.
8.
8. Everybody's kind of looking around, but you, Talos, have some idea of what you're looking for, and you notice in one of the glass cases, it's a dusty case. I mean, inside on the top of the glass as well. But you see sitting right beside an an ornate ring. There appears to be some kind of a smoky gem in the shape of a prism sitting right inside that case.
Smash and grab, yo.
And according to what Alendru had described, this is quite possibly what you are looking for.
And I believe he said it was more valuable than they thought, right?
Did he?
I don't know. I thought he did.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to go off your own memory.
All right.
It sounds right. I know. I just don't want to give you more than what you already know.
Well, hearing these guys math.
These guys math.
These guys math.
I know that. I'm going to motion for Ermin to keep talking to them so that he can...
They're in the
distract them.
back room at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they haven't come through the dividing curtain.
Can I do like a history check or something of that nature to try and determine what this thing actually is?
Absolutely. What are you doing, Doctor? You've left the town hall. Are you just wandering the streets?
As I left the town hall, I did give the invoice to the clerk.
Okay.
So now I'm in the city circle, just looking around.
Okay, make a perception check.
17.
17. You notice that your three comrades had entered a building at the southernmost portion of the town.
As I pull out my map, is it a building familiar to me? Is it Building J, perhaps?
It is. That is it. That's Building
You
J.
should point randomly until he says yes.
Not with the legend I have.
This is way more intricate than the one that came with the fucking AP.
I'm assuming I saw them run into there?
They just walked.
we walked
They were not in a hurry.
Okay, so as they walked into there, oh. I don't make any noise, but
You start heading towards it? Okay.
I saunter my way over.
I got 10, man.
You got 10? Okay, you can't distinguish what this is, how dirty the glass is, but you do notice that it is in there. As you're looking over the case, you notice these two men come out. One's tall and skinny, the other one's short, fat, and bald. And they look at you. Oh, well, a customer. Hello, how are you? Yes, hello, how are you? Fancy anything in the case, perhaps?
Oh, yes. And I make sure to show that I'm wearing a bunch of rings. I'm actually quite interested in this ring here.
Oh, indeed. And he looks at your hand. Oh, that's a beautiful ring you got there. Any chance you might wish to part with one of these?
Well, how much are you willing to pay?
I would have to appraise it in the back, if I may, please.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh.
Do you not know how pawn shops work?
No, dude, I'm not letting him take the ring away.
Oh. He pulls out the ring out of the case right next to the stone, and he holds it up. He says, "Yes, this is a rare one right here, indeed." And you notice that it has a fine inlay of small feathers rounding the whole ring.
Oh, interesting. Can you tell me anything about this ring?
It's worth a lot. It's a beautiful ring.
How much?
How much? Well, let me look here for just a moment. Let me go through my, that would be 100 gold pieces for this beauty.
Wow, that is quite
It
the
came
price.
off of a woman who was down on her luck. Her husband had wore this during one of the greater wars, and well. Oh, come on now! You're just scaring the man away. Come on! I'll tell you what. 90 gold pieces. You could take it home today.
90 gold pieces.
90.
What do you guys think?
I think that's a little steep.
Yeah.
I didn't know we came shopping.
Well, for a ring like this, 90 gold seems a little bit steep. What else do you have in here?
Well, we have that suit of armor over there.
Oh, that's not for me.
Well, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Yes, ask him. What's he looking for? What are you looking for, my friend?
I'm more of a fan of jewelry. The missus loves gems and rings.
Really,
and
the
such.
missus? What's his name?
Well, the missus would generally be a woman, and her name is Isla.
Of course. And is this her? Right here,
no.
this tall wood elf over here. Is that her name?
We get this all the time. We're more cousins than anything else.
Well, I don't judge. It's a tight crowd. Tight town, this Raven Grow.
Roll Tide.
You've got
Roll
this
initiative.
shirtless man over here, all oiled up and looking buff.
Well, thank you.
Are you the steady cam operator?
Yep.
You left him speechless.
He just likes
Like, oh,
to
geez,
watch.
we're going there.
Maybe if you tell me what you're looking for. Yes, tell him what you're looking for. Maybe we can find something for you.
Again.
What about you,
beautiful-
shirtless?
I'm looking for something that will make my chest pop.
Pop. Yes, yes.
I want like a medallion or a necklace or something like that that will
Steroids.
attract the eyes.
I believe we have something over here. And they start digging through like one of these old boxes behind the counter. It's not even in the case. And he comes out with this necklace. And you see it's got this eagle with its wings out to the side. And it's looking to the side. Just,
A gun in each talon.
what about this? This would really bring out your pecs. Yes, bring out those pecs.
I don't know. It seems a little flashy to me.
It's probably about 6 inches in diameter.
Okay.
It's just huge. It's fucking huge.
Girthy as fuck.
Very girthy. Do you mind if I try it on?
Please be my guest. And he allows you to try it on. And he says, there's a reflective surface right over there that might be of use to you, perhaps.
Yes.
So as you go over there, you see this beautiful eagle with the wide wings spread out wide. Hey, I'm trying to find a picture of what it would look like.
Spread eagle.
Thinking of like World War II, you know, that kind of eagle.
That's the eagle I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Especially the way
This is what it looks like.
It is an iron eagle.
Oh my god.
You already see that.
Fucking.
So he shows you that you can view it in this metal reflective area, and you see this large golden eagle with the wings out to the side, head cocked to the side.
Wow, I feel so powerful.
Yes, you look powerful. You look very, very powerful.
How much would this necklace go for?
That would be 15 silver pieces.
15.
This thing's like way
These guys are
bigger than-
ripoffs.
Yeah, this is way bigger than the fucking ring. These assholes.
Here's what these guys look like.
Oh yeah, those look like nice fucking people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real gentleman.
15 silver pieces seems kind of cheap. Is this made with some cheap materials or something?
Oh no, we got it. We got it at a great deal at the time. The guy was very eager to have a little coin in his pocket, and we just threw a number out for him, and it was good enough for him. And we just believe in passing on the savings to our customers. Yes, pass on that savings.
Is this man alive?
Possibly, I don't know anymore. He probably drank himself to death with what we gave him. The doctor, you walk in, you notice Oust and Talos standing next to a glass case. You notice Ermin standing sweaty in front of a reflective surface with this large gold eagle on his chest.
Is he
And this-
sweaty from just staring
this
at himself?
short, fat, bald man just pawing at him, trying to get him to succumb to the wiles of this medallion.
My friends, I see you've been entertaining yourselves. It's a nice-ish medallion you got there. What are you guys looking at in the case over here?
Oh, they just have random knickknacks and jewelry. They have a gem, a ring, and a few other things in here.
Do you have any trepanning kits?
They kind of look at each other quizzically. They have no idea what it is, nor does the DM.
No, there's a DM.
Never mind.
As I
never
look
mind.
around the table quizzically.
He can't save
It's
you. I have no
fine.
idea what that is.
Thank you.
It's when that's what they would use to drill a hole into your skull.
Ooh, wow! Somebody's deep
damn.
in the role play.
I thought it was some kind of like catch tray.
I like morbid shit, okay?
I like that.
Can I get a doubloon for dropping trepanning kits? No, I'm joking.
But you're doing well. Give him a star.
Give him a star.
I get a gold star for the day.
So what are you doing, Talos? You notice that one of the owners of this establishment is over there dealing with Ermin, trying to get him to buy this large, gaudy-looking medallion for 15 silver pieces.
I'm asking the other one about the gem that we're here for. I noticed this gemstone. I'm not sure. I think the price isn't quite right for the ring, but I was wondering if you knew a little bit about this gemstone, how much it costs, where you got it.
Stupid thing, and he reaches in, he pulls it out, and he looks at it, and it's shaped.
While he's looking at it, can I look at it as
Yes,
well?
please
Sure.
do. Please,
Yeah,
please.
it's shaped in a prism.
What check? Do you want me to make just perception, history, insight?
I used history.
Make a perception check.
19.
Yeah.
You want to join him?
For perception? Mm-hmm. Let's see what I got. What is this?
It looks like single digits.
That's a 7 on the dice. So that's like 11.
That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah!
At 20.
Oh, yeah.
Talus, you're not familiar with this stone. You have no idea what it is. Oust. You've heard legends of this traveling through, I almost said through the barbarian area. You've heard legends of this through the woods and whatnot, of these mystical stones that have certain abilities, whether it's healing or other nefarious abilities. But you, Doctor, you know this stone to be an ion stone.
Wait, didn't he get a nat 20?
It's an ion stone?
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't even fucking know what an ion stone is, man.
Yeah.
But the reason why he wouldn't know what it is because he's a doctor. He would know what the ion stone is.
Oh, interesting.
He would have got it because of that.
Oh.
You know that this thing is an ion stone. You know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the excitement, I think we all know he knows what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
He sounded very excited.
And as they pull it out, you notice that it is not, in fact, a smoky quartz, but it is a dusty rose stone. That it only appears to be dusty, mostly because it's been in this dirty case, but its appearance gives that off. But it's actually a dusty rose-colored stone.
Huh.
But you know this too, Oust, that being a druid, that you've seen these stones used by the higher druids to heal people, to remove possessions. Not like steal shit, but I mean like people that have been possessed, to remove those things within themselves and stuff. These things are very powerful.
Jesus Christ.
Since I'm standing next to Talos, I'd like to be kind of lean over and whisper to him, "Hey, I don't think these guys know what they got. It's a very important stone."
Make an insight check.
16.
16. That is exactly what the case is here. They have no fucking clue what they have in their case.
Yeah. At least that's what the guy told us, man.
How will you proceed?
Well, he hasn't even told us how much it costs
Yeah.
yet.
Ermin, what are you going to do with that medallion
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
that's
neck?
way more
He's still
important.
distracted.
That's way
Yeah.
more important.
I
Very, very
100% believe that.
Yeah. I like it, but I don't know if it's quite my color. Do you have any other necklaces? Maybe a gold.
This is gold. What are you talking about?
Am I blind?
You what?
Have I gone blind?
Blonde? I don't know. Pull your pants down. Let's have a look.
Whoa.
Are you blonde? Is he blonde? Blonde?
I look at his shaven head. I can't tell currently.
You don't look blonde to me, no.
I said blind.
Oh, blind. I don't think so.
Is he deaf?
Roll for initiative.
Is there a problem, sir?
No problem. Just trying to find the right one for me.
Well, I don't, we have other things. And he thumbs through some more. And he comes out with a medallion that looks like a large leaf, like an ivy leaf. Try this on it. Perhaps this will better suit you.
Okay. I try it on. Like, this is nice.
Yes.
I like it.
It looks like you, of course.
And how much is this one worth?
10 silver pieces.
10. You know what? I can't make up my mind. I'm going to buy both.
Oh, baller.
15 and 10. I'll tell you what, I'll give them both to you for 20 silver.
Sounds good to me.
Man, it's on to him. Ha ha ha. Talos. So now you're walking out looking like Mr. T with all this shit on your fucking neck. I pity the fool that don't like my golden eagle.
Dude, you got a mini game going on. Just collect as many of those as you can.
Tell us what we're going to say.
He hasn't told us how much it costs yet.
You haven't asked.
Wait, I did ask.
He looks at you and he says, well, this is a bit of a pure stone. Have you noticed there's no cracks in it at all?
Yeah, I've seen plenty of rocks without cracks.
300 gold pieces, and you could take this home.
300 gold pieces for a rock.
No, not a rock, a gem.
Gem, yeah. It's a fancy rock, yes.
It is a bit cloudy, though.
He accidentally drops it on the case. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You fool.
He picks it up, doesn't make his save on that, and scoops it back up. Oh, this stupid stone. You want it or not?
Well, not for the 300.
No, not for 300, not for...
You just dropped it.
Yeah.
That at least drops it down to maybe 100.
No, I don't think so, but thank you for playing.
Are
Are you looking to see if you can play or what?
How many hit points do these guys have? Do you think they can be put to sleep?
Not with the charm person.
Oh, man, I wish I took that.
What are you going to do?
It's a bit steep for me. I don't think 300 gold is quite the right price. Perhaps another time. Give me some time to reconsider.
Well, it'll be here waiting for you if you change your mind.
All right.
So you think about a price that would best suit you that could possibly be beneficial to both sides, and you come back and let me know.
Yeah, of course.
In the meantime, the doctor will say, oh, this gem is cloudy. It's not worth as much as you think it is. And fails.
He looks at the gem and he kind of rubs his thumb across it. It's just dusty there, old boy. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Can I do a perception check to see if it actually cleared the dust off?
Yes, go ahead.
I didn't see any dust come off of that.
He shows it to you again, and you see that there's just a smidge of a smudge, but it still looks cloudy to a degree.
I want to use investigation to case the place to see if there's any way in and out.
Okay.
Other than the entrance or something like that.
Why do you want to go murder hobo?
No. I want to steal from
I
him.
was going to say Steve,
What are you
but
talking about? 15.
15. It seems like the only way into the common room is through the front door,
I don't know what that was.
but there's also the curtain from which they came through from the back room. But you don't know what's in the back room, if there's another point of egress to the building from the back room.
All right. I'm gonna cast a message to Oust. Oust, I need you to continue to distract them. I want to go around the place and see if I can find a point of entrance from behind the shop.
how'd you get in my head?
That's your only reply.
How did you do this? Get out of my head.
And then I'm gonna exit to try and go around and see if I can find a place outside the shop.
He looks at you quizzically as you walk out. Where did your friend go?
Don't mind him. He's thinking over your price, which is outrageous. But what can you tell me more about these shields over here?
Oh, the
Oh,
shadows,
no,
of
fuck
course.
him. I want to make a deal on this. Can we agree 300 is too much?
It might be a little steep for what I took it in for.
I'm trying to be a shopkeeper setting up in shop too. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
All right. What do you offer me? And don't be stupid, or nobody will ever frequent your shop and live and grow.
Hey, I'm just trying to start up here.
I understand, and we're trying to stay in business here.
I know you're trying to stay in business. So tell me how much you paid for it.
I'll tell you how much my bottom line will be. $250. Not a GP lower than that.
250, huh? Only 50 off.
It's damn close to my bottom line. What I took it in for. I'm barely making anything. Barely making rent at this point.
Definitely not hiring a housekeeper in this place. I'll tell
No,
you that
I
much.
don't do that.
Actually, how much gold do we have collectively?
Collectively, and not
Probably a
300.
lot. I have 50.
Nope.
Talos, as you make your way around the back of the building, you notice that there is a door in the back.
Okay. Okay.
You still on the hotline with Alst over here?
Yeah, it's
Well, I mean, I can't be. I can't be. I was.
It's an elf thing.
Alice, make sure you're loud. I'm gonna jiggle the door to see if it's locked or unlocked.
No.
As I'm checking the shields out,
You
I
notice
accidentally
the
dropped
door
one.
gets hard as you jiggle this. No, just the door is locked at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Too bad Thorman wasn't here.
Damn.
Pull those fucking keys out of his anus.
All right.
All right. I'm going to tell the shopkeepers I put my application in to be another merchant in the city square. So, I would really like this for my new shop. Once it gets approved, I've been guaranteed it's been approved.
This old stupid stone? What are you going to do with a stone like this? Put it in a ring? It's gaudy looking. It's huge.
Possibly, or just, just even have it above my door place for something. Just good luck. It just looks like something that would fit well.
He wants to do an insight check on you. 20.
Fuck, dude.
I'm assuming I can't beat that, but what would I roll off against that?
Deception.
Come on.
18.
18. He looks at you. I think you know more about something like this. What line of business are you in?
That's fine. I'm a doctor, but
Are you mean to tell me this stone has medicinal purposes?
no, I saw some hot piece of ass walking around the town square.
You don't say.
Kendra's mine.
Roll for initiative.
But I am going to play it that way, that I'm going to say I'm buying it for Kendra.
She's a sweet piece. If I was 60 years younger. Ain't that right? Oh, yeah, that's right. You hear this guy yell back from over by Thorman. Oh, look at this man. The muscles and the punches and the calluses looking good.
Alice is going to message back to Talos. Won't believe what the fuck's going on in here.
Doctor's making a play.
As he's still by the door.
Yeah.
Yes, Kendra, she'd be a good prize. Good catch. Good man. I'll tell you what. $250.
That's the same price you gave me.
It is. Still less than 300, eh? Thorman, what are you doing? No. Ermin.
Ermin.
Oh
God
my god.
damn, I just said Thorman. Ermin, what are you doing?
I'm listening to them right now, and I'm trying to contemplate inside my own head whether we should try to pony up the money,
I don't think we can. I don't think we have 200.
I know.
Yeah.
try to steal it.
We should definitely try to steal
I'm
it.
down for stealing it.
I'm debating whether we do it now or later, which is what? I don't even know what you're saying. You can edit it out.
I'm saying that is so awesome. I actually thought you were going to do that. That's so cool.
Well, of course I'm going to try and steal it.
We can't
Tell
afford
us
that
as a
shit.
thief.
You know us as players.
Yep.
I have
By no means are we good.
I've played to everybody's strengths as best I could.
at level 1. I have a ring on each of my fingers. I didn't buy those.
Okay. So you're going to...
I'm making my way to the front, but I'm still debating about how we should do this. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. So, as the business becomes concluded, and he says, well, if you're no longer buyers for the day, thank you for coming. Yes, thank you for coming. Come back again. We got more necklaces anytime you want.
Well, how about when my application goes through?
Oh, God.
If my application goes through, if you prefer those words better.
Sure. Bring it home, doctor.
150 GPs worth of curing.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline that.
I know it was a bit rash, but last-ditch effort.
Because you're going to need it.
You overplayed your hand, doctor. So as they see you out, you notice that Kendra's kind of looking around the rest of the town circle, looking for the rest of you. She has no idea where you've gone. She then
Go for it, dude. Go for it.
sees Oust.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
She sees Talos. And she sees the doctor. She doesn't recognize this new man with these beautiful chains around his neck.
That's right. That eagle medallion.
She starts heading towards
here to
you.
steal your girl.
3, and she sees him then, and she's like, well, I've got my goods, Oust. Thanks for leaving me behind to carry everything.
We will help you, but come inside the shop real quick. There's a few things I wanted to show you. Does she follow behind?
Yes, my lady. I know I treated your father well.
This is going to be fucking great while they're both fighting over.
I
And
don't wish to see this anymore. I'm heading home. It's lunchtime, and I want to leave. So she starts heading back towards the house.
No, my dear, come back.
As she turns around,
Doctor, you go back.
No, I flip her off as she turns around and walks away.
Well, guys, there
That was
goes
my
my
one
plan.
chance to get that fucking stone.
what?
So
We're
she's-
going to steal it. Just
As she's
chill.
moving forward,
No, for me to get it.
For you to get it. No.
she notices that the rest... Are you guys following her back to the house?
No.
No.
Okay, well, she heads back towards the house.
Why have we all... I mean, not we. Why have you guys flipped on Kendra so quickly?
Because we needed her as a shiny lure for a
Yeah,
second.
we needed bait.
Well, you guys did. I just
You
flipped her off just
left
because
her at
she
the
didn't even-
general store to go chase down some dude.
That is 100% correct. You did not
Yeah.
go back.
I've
is
been
true.
I've been soloing it for a while, so just I make my way to the inn.
The which inn?
Inn.
The
In.
Oh,
the one
outward
Outside
inn?
How many
Outward
inns do
in.
they have? The
Yeah.
La Quinta.
It's at K.
The sure shot. Okay, got it.
I
Okay.
grabbed myself a spot of lunch.
Okay, as you enter the inn, you notice that the lower level of the inn is like a breakfast nook.
No.
Nook.
Look,
It's an eatery down there.
Cafeteria.
Sure, why not? There's a bar at the back. There's a bunch of tables
it's
spread
a
across
Vegas
the floor.
buffet.
One of the waitresses comes up. What do you have, honey?
I'm just here to get some food.
Sandwich, steak, salad.
I don't care. Just steak and eggs.
Will do. Did the rest of you follow him, or did he just go solo?
I think it went
I think it was
Yeah, we're going back
Okay.
to Kendra's, yeah.
All right,
So-
I'm getting a free lunch.
He gives you, or she, 10 minutes later, she gives you the lunch. Ermin, you make your way back to Kendra's.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are Oust and Talos doing?
I want to regroup and come up with a better plan to steal this fucking...
Okay.
I may have a
Yeah.
spell for this.
Okay.
I was trying to use one, and I was hoping you guys would.
Ermin, as you make your way back to the house, she's just about to close the door and she notices you and she...
Why, I can see at least one of you has manners, of course. Please come inside, Mr. E.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. E. Fuck yeah, we got a name.
I'm pretty the fool.
So she closes the door and you see her lock it.
Did you hear what happened at the Harrowstone Memorial? There's been another letter.
Really?
Yes. Yes, there's a letter E after this letter V.
V-E.
Is this fucking Sesame Street, man? What are we talking about?
Today's letter.
Victory over Europe, baby.
I don't know what to make of it. I want to keep the doors locked. You're either staying here or you're not. If you can't protect me and my new house, then we have a problem.
Kendra, you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, I knew I could trust you, Ermin. So, can I make you a sandwich?
Of course.
Al's outside the window just peeking in.
Wait, you're there?
Fucking
Are you still here at the shop, or are you over there?
So Oust and Talos, you guys are coming up with a plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a
What's your
spell.
plan?
Do you have a spell?
The spell was, I thought, Ermin
Yes.
was going to sleight of hand it, so I was going to do cast guidance.
Oh, well, here's my spell. It's called
Thundershot.
Unseen Servant.
Oh, jeez.
This spell creates an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at your command until the spell ends. The spell lasts for an hour. The servant springs into existence in an unoccupied space. Has 10 AC, 1 hit point, and 2 strength. If it drops to 0, spell ends. But once on each of your turns as a bonus action, you can command it to move and interact with an object.
What's the distance on that?
Well, the distance on hit, I can cast it within 60 feet.
Okay, so you got to be within 60 feet of a building that's probably 30 square. So you got to be within 30 feet of this building outside of the building to do this.
It looks like there's a few shacks or something
Yeah.
outside of Jay. I mean,
So the doctor is sitting there eating,
Yeah, no, I'm chilling.
and you're just
Relaxing.
waiting.
did you
Okay.
take off your mask?
I never take my mask off. I am just mingling with the other people in the tavern.
As you're sitting in the tavern mingling, you're nudged on the shoulder. Somebody bumped you from behind.
Okay, I turn around to see who's nudging me.
And it's the clerk from earlier that day that stopped you at the town hall.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands you a piece of paper with a signature on it.
Fuck yes.
And he walks away, doesn't say a word. He just leaves. And on the bottom of the line, you see Murta Straylock.
And then just to clarify, this is on the city's application or my paperwork?
Your paperwork. Talos and Oust, you've come up with this wonderful plan. You're standing outside of this building.
Mm-hmm.
You've been there for a couple of hours now. Starting to get less traffic through the town. People are starting to head back home. You notice that a lot of the people are clearing the streets. They don't want anything to do with this town. Once it starts getting dusk, what are you going to do?
Oust, I need you to either distract them or make sure that they're not looking. I need to be able to get an invisible friend in and out with the gem.
Got it. And as I pat him on the back, letting him know I understand, I cast guidance on him.
Okay. All right, perfect. Please.
Describe
Work your
guidance
magic.
to me.
Guidance, you will touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 to add the number rolled to one ability check of his choice. If the roll of the dice can be before or after his ability check.
Okay.
So it gives him a +4 to any.
Okay.
Okay. So you're prepared to make this roll?
Yeah, what kind of roll do I have to make? Is it Arcana?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
And
So
roll
I gotta make
that
my-
fucking roll next week.
All right.
It's a 20! Look!
I put it down. I put it down.
Hold on. Just give me a second because I haven't actually checked. I know I have 0 in charisma, but
Do you have persuasion?
I do have persuasion.
Yeah, you can use that in
Same
diplomacy.
All right, but anyway, let's take
How you doing?
2-second break. My ears are sweating.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure you can use. I think because that's supposed to
I
be
mean, it would
diplomacy.
be, yeah.
That's what I think that's what their intent
Well, I don't know if
was.
it'd be persuasion or deception.
Well, it depends if you're lying.
I'm not lying.
No, then it's persuasion.
I'll take a beer, yeah.
Basically, if you're lying, it's
Please don't kill me.
if you're lying, it's deception. If you're not lying, it's persuasion. It's basically, I think, what they're trying to do.
2 seconds. Hit my vape. I need more nicotine.
I like how we all just called it Cassandra's.
There you go, Koosh.
Yeah.
Drink up,
Hand that over.
dog.
Kendra's house instead of the professor. See, she took that title over super quick.
I know, dude. It's-
Seed was already made.
Like session 1 or 2.
She had it written, man.
No, she scratched it out.
Say something about
Nah. She had one written up before the professor died for sure.
She wanted that insurance money.
She already mailed it in for filing. She's like, the rock should drop today.
What was the post date on this card? 5 days before the professor's death. What the?
I gotta say, after the day I had, I was almost gonna pull the plug on it tonight. I'm glad I didn't. This is fun as fuck.
You're lucky we can all role play.
What's that?
You're lucky we can all role play.
I am. I'm a very, very blessed DM,
We're not 100% murder hobos.
and that's good because that's just
Only about 70% of the time.
That's no fucking fun now, is it? And this AP is definitely heavy role play. I'll put a timeout for a second. Just so you know, there are certain diplomacies that need to be made for people to access
Fuck.
certain libraries. You have to make those, otherwise you just don't get them.
Shit.
So,
That's once a day, right? We get to try.
yes. But I've expanded on that where if you guys split it, like you
Yeah.
did with the Unfurling Scroll and you did with the Town Hall,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Because I don't want to just say, okay, you did it one day. You know, that's
Tons
just
of
fucking boring. Let's just
Yeah.
keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because on the back end, if you're able to fix everything by 30 days, if you fix it at 15 days,
All I have to do is become a council member now.
yeah, if you fix it at 15 days, then you guys hang out for another 15 days and drink Mai Tais and play with a Ouija board.
Alice is already building posters.
Give some people some eels.
You start putting posters up in the study.
Because realistically, as long as you don't make it to Lepidstadt before 30 days, you're okay. But you could just take the scenic route to Lepidstadt.
Gotcha.
Ooh, ah.